Morning team and welcome down here to the grounds of the University of Limerick, my old alma mater. I cannot believe I've got out of here over 20 years.
Neither can we.
Yeah. Anyway, good morning to you guys. Glenn and George are here from Go Fly Your Kite. Science Week course kicking off. We'll get into that in a few moments' time. But first up, Glenn, tell us about Go Fly Your Kite. Tell us about the idea behind it.
The idea came from my 4-year-old son 10 years ago. I bought him a kite in a shop, and on the way out of the shop he said, "Dad, wouldn't it be great if I could put a picture on the kite?" And of course, parents being parents, we just wanted to bundle him into the car, and away we went. And he just talked about it and talked about it. So we put it into practice, and we trialled 5 different kites on a really stormy day. And the kites that the children use for Science Week are really robust. So we now do staggering 25,000 kites a year.
25,000?
Yeah.
I mean, your workshops have exploded, not only here in Ireland, but also abroad.
Abroad as well, yeah. But especially during COVID, we were doing workshops in Italy, France in the morning, and Cork in the afternoon, which virtually you couldn't have done that ever. But yeah, we do different workshops. We do STEM, we do art, we do literacy workshops, cultural workshops. St Bridget's our next big major cultural one in February for St Bridget 1500. But it's much more than the kite. It's about the child, them having equal opportunity to trace the template onto the kite. We build it, tell them about flight, the science behind it, building it, and it's their kite to fly, and hopefully they'll get out after the workshop here to fly them.
And as you said, Glenn, this is where it all starts, in primary schools, getting them interested in science.
Yeah, it's crucial to get them at this age. We were yesterday in a school, and one of the teachers said all 3 of her children started at a young age with Connect, Meccano, putting things together, and that's why part of the engineering in the kite is so important. We're getting children to be able to bend things, try, feel, manipulate it. And all 3 of her children, the teacher, they all went to school. They're all in university doing engineering. But she gave them those tools at a very young age.
And getting them to think then mechanically, going forward if they want to get into science. Science Week course, George, kicking off all this week down here in the University of Limerick.
Yeah, UL have an absolutely crammed pack program of stuff, and we're talking about children. Some of the stuff at UL here is for older people as well, so that kind of looking after yourself, the science behind that, and of course the stuff here all week on ICT, on sports, amazing animals. So there's something for everybody, and no matter children wise coming from school, there's something that's going to interest and tease them. And as Glenn said, this kind of thing today, there's that mindfulness as well, and children sitting drawing in a kite, very old fashioned, but there's silence when they get into it, and there's that ownership and that kind of self-satisfying thing that they've done something, created something that's going to last for weeks and months.
And you've got your own kids as well, and you started off with them too.
Yeah, well that's it, and you learn by your own mistakes, and you learn with your own children what works, what doesn't work, and and this is where this kind of idea was created, a little home business, home industry. This year we got a massive opportunity to go to Eurovision. We were selected as the only Irish creative to go across there and work in Ukraine, work in Liverpool, and we had children in Ukraine, 4 cities there, and in Merseyside, and they all came together flying their kites. We actually had one boy, and he was a Ukrainian displaced in Liverpool, and I was showing him the Instagram from the day before, and he goes, "Oh, those are my friends." And I was going, he says, "No, but they are my real friends. That's my old school." And there he was sitting in Liverpool, but yet connecting with his friends thousands of miles away.
Now we're going to chat to our young little budding scientist here this morning. Good morning to you, Luke.
Good morning.
And tell us, what are you making here this morning now?
A kite.
And what have you learned about Science Week? What's your favourite thing about Science Week?
We get to learn more, and it's exciting.
It's exciting. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
A rugby player, a soccer player.
Oh, you want to be a rugby player, do you? Okay, well, fingers crossed for that good man, Luke. We're going to pop over here to Charlie. And Charlie, what's your favourite thing about Science Week?
It's exciting.
And what have you learned this week?
That you can fly a kite in the sky.
Yeah, and especially with the weather we've been having at the moment. What do you want to be when you grow up?
An astronaut.
Oh, you want to be an astronaut, do you? There we go. He's heading off to space. We're going to pop over here to Cliona. Good morning to you, Cliona. Can I talk to?
Tá mé go maith.
Agus tá tú ag freastal ar an Gael Scoil Seo.
Sure.
And tell us, have you enjoyed Science Week?
Yes.
Great. And what have you learnt this week?
I've learned that what can fly, and
And are you interested in science?
Yes.
You are. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
A pilot or a teacher.
You want to be a pilot or a teacher in that order, right? Goramila Mahago Tatlina. And finally, we're going to pop over here to young little Tommy. Good morning to you, Tommy.
Good morning.
Good morning. And tell us, have you enjoyed Science Week?
Yeah.
And what have you learned, Tommy, about Science Week?
How to make a kite and how to see inside of a beehive.
A beehive as well, and you really enjoy that. And tell me, you know our main anchor of the show is Tommy Bow. Do you know Tommy?
No.
Have you ever heard of Tommy?
No.
No. But you can say hello to Tommy and give them a little wave there. Good morning. Yeah. Maybe one day, would you like to meet Tommy? He's a big rugby player.
Yeah.
You would like to meet him one day. And tell me what you want to be when you grow up.
A marine biologist.
A marine biologist.
And a singer.
And a singer as well. Maybe you can sing Under the Sea. How about that?
No.
All right, guys. Fantastic. Yeah. And you see the kids really enjoy it, right?
Exactly.
It's really
There's loads
interactive.
of opportunities, and anyone across the country, they can log on to sfi.ie. They have county by county, so the programmes are there, and ul.ie have their full programme there as well.
All right, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. Lots of fun, lots of learning here in the grounds of the University of Limerick. Tommy, unfortunately, he's never heard of you. Back to you in the studio. Sorry, Tommy.
Well done, little Tommy, the singer. Look forward to seeing you on stage, and of course, a marine biologist, astronauts, and everything else.
We're starting that now.